Good morning, guys. So you don't have your glare. Good morning. Happy, what's today? Wednesday. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show. I'm trying to get Instagram up and going here. See if we can get you guys up and moving. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Fearless Morning Show, where we are having confessions and conversations about your everyday life. My name is Yamitra JoJo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? Hope you guys are ready to get this morning started. Please make sure you share the show, because sharing is caring. And if your friends and family do not have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel where they can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows over there. So on yesterday, guys, good morning, ma'am. How are you doing today? Are you ready to get this Tuesday started? It's not Tuesday, JoJo. It is truly Wednesday. That's how my morning is going. It's going to be a great day. Yesterday, if you missed the show yesterday, we talked about honoring others with boundaries. And that simply means honoring, yeah. I'm trying to get it together. Honoring others with boundaries, that simply means when you're on this journey and you're figuring out boundaries for yourself, honor other people's boundaries. Meaning, I honor your boundary for where you're going, but I cannot go. And you learn to draw the line that says, from this point on, I can't go, but you can go. And honoring others' boundaries is emotional, physically, and mental boundaries that you need to learn to set. And sometimes that's a hard thing to do. But once you do it, it's an amazing thing. But once you draw that line in it's saying, it says, beyond here, I will not go and you cannot come. And that's a hard thing to say and do sometimes when you are first getting started on this journey, because you just assume everybody wants to go with you on your journey, and they do not. And it's okay. It's okay if they don't. It is all right. But we need to set those healthy boundaries for people. So today, the quote of the day: your value does not decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. Your value does not decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. Learn this the hard way. Because, and this is how you know, sometimes you think, well, JoJo, I'm grown, I know this, but you can get caught up in the day to day, and you don't put value or think about what's really going on. Your value does not decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. Think about it this way. How many times have you downplayed your greatness so that somebody else felt better? That's decreasing your value. How many times have you compromised in an uncompromising way? That's decreasing your value. How many times have you said, well, I guess, I don't want to, but I will. That's decreasing your value based on somebody's inability to see your worth. I'm guilty of that on absolutely all fronts. Because sometimes you may feel like you're doing them a favor, but you're not. Grant Cardone says it way better than I do. You're doing more harm by living small than you are by living great. And the harder that you try to live small, the more damage you're doing to yourself and to those around you. And sometimes that's why I say, why do we say, well, I sacrificed and took this job for my family, and I sacrificed and I did this for my kids. But if we really sacrificed, wouldn't we be doing above and beyond? No, we're really settling, and we're allowing somebody else to tell our value and our worth because we didn't want to go full out. So you can't say, oh, well, I'm sacrificing and taking this lesser job for my children. I'm sacrificing, I'm doing this for. No. And these are my personal opinions. You're free to think however. But I just want to give you something to think about. That I remember I said how I said things that make you go, Sometimes we decrease our value so that we don't hurt other people's feelings in knowing our worth, because they're not able to see it. That's why in your crazy, this is how your crazy can continue. And this is all tied into the thought of the day, which is honor yourself. And honoring yourself care, and honoring yourself in what you think, and honoring yourself in how you feel. Because when we keep compromising our value for someone else, then we are not holding on to our self-care at all. We're not honoring ourselves. I'm not honoring who JoJo is, and they sure are not honoring who JoJo is. They could care less about who I am, what we're doing. They could care less about that. And so your value does not decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. So on this absolutely wonderful Wednesday morning, we need to honor ourselves, honor yourself in how you think, and how you... I want you to honor yourself and protect your energy. I want you to protect the core of you. And I'm not saying it to be like mean, or for you to go out and be like, no, I can't participate with you because you have those energy sucking people. I'm saying be mindful of that and honor yourself, because what you'll find is they are very much so honoring themselves. They are honoring themselves because they honor that they need you. They honor the fact that they can come to you whenever they want to. They honor everything that you have. And that's a quote on my... I wish I could grab it. It's on my refrigerator. And it's from this guy's mother told him this on LinkedIn. He said, don't kill yourself trying to make sure others win. And it says people will always want you at your best so that you can be available to them at their worst. They always want you at your best. They want you to have the answers. They may complain about you being a know-it-all, or you investing in this, or you doing this, but they want you to do that so that you're at your best. So when they come to you at their worst, you're on your job and you're good for them. And that's how people know your worth. Now, they may downplay everything else, but when it comes to the taking of you, they know your worth in that part. They know your worth at how much they can take from you and what you're willing to give. Your value does not decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. So I think they go hand in hand. They see your ability that, oh, JoJo, she can help her sister out. Like, she can help me out for real, for real. She can do this thing for me. But they also decrease your value because you are steady trying to compromise and downplay your greatness to accommodate their situation. Like we said yesterday, we have the energy bucket. We have 100% every day in your energy bucket. How are you going to spend your energy money? Now, for the people who don't understand your worth and who don't value it, are you going to consistently give it to them? As Brené Brown says, either you're going to stand inside your story and own it, or you're going to stand outside your story and hustle your worthiness. That takes energy away from you. That's why at the end of the day, you're mentally, emotionally, physically exhausted because you have overspent and your account is in a negative. And you've overspent with people who don't value your worth. And you have constantly decreased yourself to show somebody else that you're worthy of it. And so on this wonderful Wednesday morning, that is both the quote and the thought of the day. Your value does not decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. And the fearless thought is, we got to honor ourselves. Honor ourselves and our self-worth. Honor ourselves in all things, mentally, emotionally, and physically. And when you start on this journey, like yesterday when I said, when we're setting those boundaries and we're honoring others with boundaries, you need to pick one at a time. Like, I don't want you to overwhelm yourself, because self-care is gangster. Self-love is gangster. When you get deep and you realize there's some things you don't like about yourself, and forget everybody else, just the work you have to do on yourself, or what you like and what you don't like, that work alone is hard. And so that's when you begin to set the boundaries. So if you try to set mental, physical, emotional boundaries all at one time, it's going to be overwhelming and you're not going to continue on the process. Pick one thing and work on that and set your boundaries and draw that line that says, from this point, I cannot go and you cannot come. And be comfortable with saying, I cannot go and you cannot come, and that be the end of the conversation. That's what you have to do. Your value does not decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. And the fearless thought of the day is honor yourself. If you're setting those boundaries, and you can say, you don't even have to say I'm setting boundaries. You can say I'm setting boundaries for others. Meaning, if that person is sapping all of your energy, you know, if you got that 100% of energy, you need to keep some for the rest of the day. You can say, hey, I'm going to honor your boundaries. I'm going to honor your boundaries. That's how you want to participate in your day, but it's not how I want to participate in my day. So I'm going to honor you, and I'm going to step away, and I'm going to give you all the space that you need so that you can continue to be the best you possible. That's why you got to draw the line that says from this forward. And then when you draw the line, you got to be able to hold yourself accountable that if someone crosses the line with their pinky toe, that there is a consequence. So when you draw the line, from this point, I cannot go and you cannot come. And you've got to be able to hold them to that line, and that there's a consequence for crossing it. And it ties in today, because if they keep crossing that line and there's no consequence, then there you go. They don't believe you. They don't care. Oh, I can keep crossing the line. They have then decreased your value. And they don't, your worth to them is only for their self-worth. Which is not fair. So on this wonderful Wednesday, I'm not going to keep you guys long. Thank you so much for joining the show. This is your first time joining the Fearless Morning Show. Welcome. I am Yamitra JoJo Waddell, the only Live Past Crazy Specialist. So what better place to be than here with me? And the purpose of the Fearless Morning Show is to really introduce you to who I am, why I am the only Live Past Crazy Specialist, what's it about, because I know crazy. If you want to know more about why I know crazy, if you go to www.livepastcrazy.com, and under the shop section, you can purchase book 1 and 2 and learn all about why I am the only Live Past Crazy Specialist, and how the steps that I use. And so in the Fearless Morning Show, I give you little tidbits of things that can help you continue to live past crazy, because I promise there is life past crazy. I may not know your story, but I understand the journey from depression, suicide, homelessness, all the way to the end. And so I'm there on that journey. I've done the work. So then when you say, hey, JoJo, I don't understand, I'm able to say, honey, knees to chest, it's time to get in that work. And that's that invisible stretch of the road. It takes courage to stand up. It's easy to stand in a crowd, but it takes courage to stand up. And when you stand up, you must be willing to stand alone so that others can see that you are ready to receive the information. And when you're ready, like I tell everyone, you have arrived at your journey exactly when you're supposed to. You couldn't arrive yesterday, nor 20, 30 minutes ago. You have arrived at your journey exactly when you're supposed to. I welcome you on your journey, and it is going to be amazing, my sister and my brother. I promise you. All right, guys, please make sure you share the show, because sharing is caring. If your friends and family don't have Facebook, send them over to the YouTube channel where they can binge watch all the Fearless Morning shows. Do not forget that we do have the Sisters Keepers Book Club, and it is bit.ly/Sisters Keepers Book Club, and you can join. With that, you will get a book every month, as well as access to the private Facebook group page, and we'll have discussions and a call every month to talk about the book, and then we can keep that conversation going throughout the month. It is a book club for those who are ready to take their mindset, mental and emotional and career-wise to the next level. And if you go to Sisters Keepers Book Club, bit.ly/Sisters Keepers Book Club, you will see a list of recommended books, and you can always suggest something that would be interesting to you. All right, guys, I hope you have an amazing Wednesday. Thank you for joining me. I greatly appreciate you. And remember the quote of the day: your value does not decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. It doesn't. You still know what you know. You still feel what you feel. You still have the knowledge that you previously had. Let's stand inside of our story, and let's not hustle our worthiness. And the fearless thought of the day is honor yourself. Period. Honor yourself and the rules and the